Well, I'm eating. What flavor? Rice flavor! Rice flavor? You want some wine with that cheese? You want some cheese with that wine? That's what I meant to say. Sean and I love home movies. That's way too hot, Mindy. I can't see very well with these sunglasses on. They're kind of dangerous. I thought the microwave didn't work, but no, the door has to be closed before you can use the microwave. So that's all that was. I just burnt myself significantly doing that on that tea. I ate a bunch of greens. This rice is pretty good. Oh, I did put some of my melt butter in it. I tried to mix it around, but it's probably just like in a concentrated spot, and I'll eat a big glob of butter at some point. Oh, before I managed to get the rice into the microwave, while my brain was moving through a cheese grater with my headache, I went like daddy, you know? I was like, oh my god, my dad. Because I don't know, I just always think, my brother told me that my dad ate the same thing every day. He didn't like spending time with my dad. He thought he was crazy and maybe dangerous, and my brother has really serious paranoid schizophrenic symptoms. So what did my brother see? What did my brother experience versus what the rest of the world can perceive? There's no telling, but it's certainly not fictitious or up to debate that my dad ate the same exact thing every day. And I think now, when my dad was institutionalized for molesting me, maybe he's on meds. Maybe he got put on meds and he got real messed up and he's broken like me now. And then I was like, no, Daddy, I hope you're okay. I really hope you're okay. I miss my dad so much. And I miss my brother now, too. It's not exactly that I miss my mom when she's out of my life, but that I'm guided back to her because, let's see, what happened this time was I was writing, I was, trying to think of, really old, bars that I wrote, because I've been spitting bars since I was, I don't know, middle school. And, I was trying to remember some bars that I wrote, and I remember that I, submitted them, as, formal, poetry in a class. And I was, for, a week, for, a solid week, I was just, I was driven mad by it. Sometimes I forget that Marty McFly was played by Michael J. Fox. Sometimes I forget the character's name is Marty McFly. Sometimes I forget that the actor's name is Michael J. Fox. But that happens to me. Mindy motherfucking Lee should never forget those two things. I love Back to the Future. As a kid, I watched it, every weekend. Every weekend. So that's fucking nuts that I would forget that. But it was one of those things where it was just I created this. Why can't I remember how these bars go, yo? And I didn't figure out the bars, and I looked everywhere that I could for them. And then my mom, who I haven't talked to for 6 or 7 months at that point, not in my life at all, just emails me out of the blue. She's like, I was just remembering this poem that you wrote. when you were younger, and just like fucking like spit it all out right there for me. And I was just, I don't know, and I'm just like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, I've been trying to like think of these words for a week, and like there, that bitch like has it. That bitch has the key. I gotta go to that bitch. Like, so I let my mom back in my life because of that. And it's been so good, you guys. It's been so good, you guys. Like, in my experience, more often than not, those like things that are that seem like schizophrenic thought linking, like, oh, like following signs, like, that's not dangerous for me. It has been dangerous as fuck for Sean. Poor baby. But that was gross. Did I hit play on this? Am I making a video? Oh yeah, 6:18. But yeah, man, like, my dad didn't molest me, you know. Something inhabited his body. And the thing inhabiting his body did things to me that were bad. But that wasn't my dad. Just like I'm trying to get support, because I'm being abused by Sean right now. And I've been in domestic violence, before, and I didn't get help. I didn't tell anybody that it was going on. So I'm like, you know, you gotta do something different if you want different results. And so I'm trying to get support. And like, everyone just like goes like, run, like, get away from him, you've gotta leave him, you've gotta bite the bullet. And I'm like, fucking bitch, like, this is not a bite the bullet fucking situation. Y'all are fucking ignorant, yo. And they are. And they mean well, but they're dumb bitches. Not all of them. Just most of them. Some of them are woke. Most of them are not. So, I'm like trying to communicate to this community that, it doesn't matter if you run from the person who's abusing you. The domestic violence is something that inhabits people who are of low vibration. And it will find you again unless you raise your vibration. So, you have to be careful about who you let in your life, but the domestic abuse monster keeps finding me. It's like a demon hunting me down. Like, ever since I denied it when it was in my dad. My first boyfriend, first guy I ever had sex with, I raped him. Oops. I didn't even know a girl could rape a guy. I totally raped him. Like lots. I mean, if you're in a relationship with somebody, like a long-term monogamous relationship with somebody, it is a strange concept, like, that rape is, like, you're raping them if you wake them up by sitting on their morning wood. Like, that's fucking, like, that's, like, wild, but, like, that's, yeah, like, I shouldn't have done that. But as far as, the first time I ever had sex, I raped him. I bullied him and pressured him and just, like, ordered him to go purchase a single condom, which he did. But yeah, like, I was not nice about it. And it wasn't good. And sex isn't good for me. There's something wrong with my body. What? My soul is black? Who said that? She eyes me like a Pisces when I am weak. I've been locked inside your heart-shaped box for weeks. I've been drawn into your magnet tar pit trap. I wish I could eat your cancer when you turn back. Yeah, so that first boyfriend I had, he was like really fucking like dead convinced that he was channeling Kurt Cobain. And he was like housing Kurt Cobain's soul. But he still got violently abusive when I told him that I had a really wild, vivid sex dream that wasn't at all like a dream with Kurt Cobain. So sex is just like really messed up for me. Oh yeah, it reminds me, I was gonna check in with Scotty P, make sure he's okay. You don't want to have sex with me. Trust me, you don't. You think you do, but you don't. Mine's the only vagina that fucks back. Fuck with your head, I don't have to kill you, but you wish you were dead. Oh yeah, so then I like cried about my brother. And I was like, I'll be the not okay one. Like, if you're okay, I'll be not okay. Because my brother and I, like, have more of a twin relationship. Like, I don't know, like, biologically how that shit works, but, like, it's seriously, like, he and I are twins, and we're born 5 years apart. So, I was like, alright, well, if I'm not okay, then, like, maybe he's okay. And then I didn't even have headaches like this until, Drake. What is it, like, Drake EG Gamer? I don't know, I feel so bad. And I don't know what his deal is, but he and I were internet friends, and he's got a daughter, and it was his daughter's birthday, but I didn't know that at all when I did the thing. But I did a thing where this guy, like, man, I love him. I hope he's okay. I'm sure he's okay. Like, Drake and I, like, really connected, on some, like, spiritual stuff and a spiritual level. And I did this ritual, like, that I am a house for pain. And I can house the pain. And my lesson is to transmute the pain. So, like, I don't know, man, I loved him, and I just didn't want him to hurt. He was into motocross. I think that's what it's called, and I think that's what it was. And then he had constant headaches after a traumatic brain injury. He was shot in a gas station robbery. I think it was a gas station. I think it was shot. I think it was a robbery. And it just, like, tore his life away. But he can play video games, man. I would love to play video games. I know at some point, like, it's been an option for me to just, like, go to the South and be with Drake, but, like, I've never met this person. I've never even had, like, a live chat with him. Like, that feels crazy. And, maybe it's the right thing, but it just feels so crazy. And I just, my judgment after the Thorazine is just, like, real bad. Things just go real bad after the Thorazine whenever I try to live a life without my twin flame, Sean. So I didn't do that. I didn't go to any of the men who wanted to take me away from Sean. Whoops, is it still recording? 16:18, let's stop there.